Ethan, you should show yourself.
Ethan, how can you respect yourself as a man,
believe
brother?
in something so strongly that you're not willing to debate.
Alright, let's see what this dumpster fire is all about.
The best piece of advice I have for someone trying to succeed in the film industry or any creative space is if you're doing what everyone else is doing, you're doing it wrong.
The goal was to remove me from medical misinformation and any conversations about COVID. Ethan has talked about that in the past. So now, without further delay, in its full context, a little bit of a surprise, the debate with Ethan Klein.
Hey yo everybody, welcome back to the Oh My Mod channel. I'm your host Ohm, and today we're discussing H3H3 versus Louder with Crowder, or Steven Crowder versus Ethan Klein, and Sam Seder and Steven Crowder's new guy. I don't know what I just witnessed. This was like, this was like watching some kids on the playground. It's almost defining of all of America at the moment, where, you know, there's one person has one point of view, another person has another point of view, and as opposed to just discussing them and, you know, deciding, we can't come to terms with each other's views, but we can still live amongst each other in peace and harmony. Instead, it's you think that way and I think this way, so poo on you. And that is essentially what you guys are about to watch. This was painful, and the fact that both of them are gloating about this interaction, or all three of them are gloating about this interaction, is just a show as to where the entertainment value is on YouTube nowadays. Holy shit.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll just.
Okay, so we're gonna record it, and then the topics are just like, we said about authority with the vaccine, and there was something else you mentioned.
Now, from what I understand and what I've seen, is there are two different versions of this interaction, one from Crowder, one from H3. Now, this is the Crowder clip that we're watching here, and this is the setup to let you guys know they're both setting up the guidelines of the debate here as to what we're going to be talking about and how we're going to go about doing it. It's very short, it's very brief. Why they didn't have these parameters set up via email, I don't know. Would have definitely settled the case for either one of them, but this is where it all starts, and they're being cordial. They're talking nicely with one another. They're definitely holding knives behind their backs, waiting to stab each other. It's very apparent on the way that they both talk.
I don't know how.
I just thought, however you want to do it. I thought that since that was kind of the subject that got us into a tiff, that we could talk about sort of the CDC, sort of, medical authorities, and you can tell me where you disagree with me, and then also kind of big tech, because that ties in, with the CDC and World Health Organization. And I'll just I'll introduce it to my, I have a little bit of a different audience, so let them know kind of who you are, what's going on, and if you want to do the same, that's fine. But
of course, okay. We'll let them know.
All right.
Okay.
I will go. And
all right.
I'll give you a countdown, and then I'll 3, 2. All right. Okay. I'm really glad to have my next guest,
Sam Seder. Yeah, you weren't expecting that, were you? Well, so they agreed on the parameters here as to how the debate's going to go down, and H3 pulled this one out of the hat.
Ethan, thanks, man, for making the time.
You're very welcome, and I just want to say, I know you called me. You said that I would be a layup.
I think I used something like that. Yeah.
I think you're right, because I don't think I'm a very good debater. I think you know that. So I didn't want to make it too easy for you.
Oh, okay.
So I've prepared.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So what we were going to talk about is you know, the initial quote that happened. I think he's looking off there. The initial quote that
This is where the first bit of cringe, or, well, I know the whole video in general is cringe, the whole interaction, but this is where the first slice of pie comes out, in my opinion, is the smugness, the smirk on Ethan's face as he's knowingly setting up Steven Crowder to debate someone that he never agreed to debate with. That would be like a wrestling fan challenging John Cena to a championship match, and then when John Cena shows up in his corner, the fans like, well, I hired The Rock to stand in my place. You guys hash it out. And then they fight, there's a draw, and the fans gloating, and John Cena and The Rock are both gloating also, and oh, look at that, there really is no fucking winner.
Was turned into a little bit of a meme, which wasn't intentional.
Back to that first piece of cringe pie I was referring to. Now, Ethan's so smug in his setup here, but it doesn't go off without a hitch. There's a good solid like minute and a half where Crowder's talking with Ethan and kind of laying out the beginnings of his arguments, and Sam Seder is just sitting in the background waiting to be seen or recognized, at which Ethan tries to bring the attention by making a pedo joke, I guess. I don't know. It was really bad, and they're really proud of it for some reason.
So where do you think that I'm wrong on that?
Steven, do you know that the Spartans are like practice man love with children?
Oh, geez. Okay, so this is what's going to happen. What did I tell you? He was going to do anything he could to avoid. Oh, there he is. Oh no, Sam Seder. What a fucking nightmare.
Keep Steven.
I had no idea this was going to happen.
But he did know that it was going to happen, which is why he made it a point to say something before interacting with Ethan.
I don't think this guy wants to do this. I wouldn't be surprised if he's probably going to bring someone else on. Was his producer like a fan of that Seder character? Yeah, that'd be my bet, but hey, hopefully he mans up. I thought Ethan was a stand-up guy. What a fucking nightmare.
Thank you, Steven.
I had no idea this was going to happen.
Cue up the sloppiest, the cattiest, the most immature debate that you've seen in a long time.
I don't start a debate based with people on a lie. And how about you get
sabotaging?
How about you get to a 30th of the audience share?
Coward. Steven, show yourself.
30th of the audience.
Ethan, you should show yourself.
Ethan, how can you respect yourself as a man,
believe
brother?
In something so strongly that you're not willing to debate.
It's awful. And I understand where Ethan would get off on something like this, but I don't understand why Sam Seder or why Steven Crowder would play into it. I think Crowder thought that he was going to show that Ethan is somehow not trustworthy, which everyone on YouTube is kind of aware of this. He's a little one-sided. And I also feel like Ethan thought that he was going to somehow look really good because he brought in Sam Seder.
Today's my first ever debate against the one and only Steven Crowder. Well, Steven, I think the debate speaks for itself.
Ethan, do you want to have a conversation, Ethan?
Let's talk about
the vaccine, because
Ethan, do you want to have a conversation? You're going to hide.
Absolutely, I do.
Big tech.
So why are you hiding behind Sam Seder?
No, me and Sam are aligned. I'm not hiding. He just,
well, you're just a liar.
So you're a liar.
Because remember we said, hold on a second.
I mean, it sort of feels like
it's
you
ridiculous.
guys are the ones who are...
He is, let's just take my word for it in that case, a giant douche.
I had no idea this was going to happen. I thought Ethan was a stand-up guy.
Just everyone thought that they were going to come out with this big win, and they're under the impression that they have this big win. But I don't know how you guys feel, but as someone from the outside watching this they all look fucking dumb. It's just stupid, man. Let's all face it. The government told us to do one thing. We did do it. We didn't do it. We did it again. We don't do it. We do it. Some people sick. Some people ain't sick. Just can we all just take care of ourselves and just we're getting through this. Just let it die, man. Let it go. These worlds should not be colliding on YouTube. And I mean, Ethan, bro, it feels like every other day you're trying to cancel or shit down on someone. It's just, you're good, bro. You're stable in your position. Don't worry. It seems like on your podcast you are one to point out the privilege of everyone else around you, and I'm here to let you know, bro. You're good. You are more than privileged. You're good. Let it die. This is shitty. It wasn't entertaining. I don't know why it's still a topic. Reading Twitter, it's Twitter. But yeah, I don't know. I figured this was something that I should touch on. I know that my last H3 video did pretty well. You guys seem to enjoy that, so I figured I'd touch this subject here. I think that neither one of them are right or wrong. You're both entitled to your opinions at this point. And let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Smash like, subscribe. The full videos, you guys should watch them. Or watch Crowder's full video and watch H3H3's edited video. It's up to you though. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. I'm gonna go and put on 8 masks for underwear.
He is, let's just take my word for it in that case, a giant douche. 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 Steven Crowder, for those of you that don't know, is probably one of the most hateful, bigoted people on the platform. Racist, homophobic, I mean, pretty much hits every box.
Why do people come talk saying that it's racist? It's just black face hair.
I love that I can just say nigger faggot, though. I love saying nigger faggot. What can you do to me? I've already said the N-word. You can't take me down. Like a little twink gay fetish about these K-pop boys. Let's see, I've used the gay word derogatorily.
A couple times.
So it's, women are in a nature setting, like, to be conquered. You are a vile slime of a human that nobody will ever want you because you're so pathetic. Timmy surrounds himself with black people so that he can look thug and hard. Because what's hip-hop after all, without a clique of black men behind you? And aren't all Indians the goofiest people you've ever met in your life? Not say that I don't like any Indian person. I'm just kidding. What do I care about Indian people? I don't care about them. There's probably one of the most hateful, bigoted people on the platform. Racist, homophobic. I mean, pretty much hits every box. A giant douche. A giant douche. A giant douche.
I know the scriptures say, judge not lest ye be judged, but I'm just going to come out and say it. This guy's a real jerk. Jerk. Real jerk. Jerk. This guy's a real jerk. But I'm just going to come out and say it. Say it. This guy's a real jerk. Reviewers are calling it everything from shit to fucking shit. Shit to fucking shit. He now officially holds a place. He now officially holds a place in the Guinness Book of fucking retards.